Hello, 1, 2, check. Okay. Hi. My name's Michael. I'm a creative director, a husband, and soon-to-be father. I hope. More on that later, though. Hey, there's my wife. She's so pretty. Her name is Brandi. She's one of those, you know, influencers. She hates it when I say that. I don't care because I'm super proud of what she's created. Others might know her as Brandylocks if you follow her blog or stalk her on Instagram, you know. Anyways, she's amazing, my soulmate, best friend, and my partner in this new venture together. But before I get into that, I gotta give you a little bit of backstory. Okay, 2008. We met in Los Angeles 10 years ago. At that time I was 24, a club promoter, movie producer, and she was a student and aspiring actress. You know, your typical young Hollywood couple. And to be honest, we didn't get off to a great start at the beginning of our relationship. No. On our second date, I had to tell her I was diagnosed with cancer, and I was going to be undergoing some pretty rigorous treatments. Hodgkin's lymphoma. I figured we were done, but through the most difficult years of my life, this girl stood by me, and she became my best friend. 2013. I was lucky enough to get her to agree to spend the rest of her life with me. I kind of did it on video and posted it for the world to see right after, so I think she knew if she said no that the whole world would have known. Yeah, that's what I decided to wear that day. Anyways, she said yes, and she told her mom right after.
Michael proposed to me. Yeah.
Anyways, moving along, 2014. We got married. Of course, her being a blogger and a DIY chick, it was a DIY wedding. Her venue of choice? In a desolate forest. No joke. You do the math. Big glamorous wedding ideas, everything DIY, in the middle of a forest, in the middle of nowhere, all on a tiny wedding budget. But what we did have was a helping family, like her mother and my father, who pushed us onward and said, "You two can do it. You're both completely insane, but you two can do it." And they helped us every step of the way. And our wedding was in the middle of an enchanted forest that we created for ourselves. It was pure magic. Everyone told us it was going to be impossible. But we did it. And we did it together. 2017, almost present day. We're both working great jobs in Los Angeles. I'm a creative director. I love my job. We have a nice home out in the town every week. We get to travel quite a bit. We work on her blogging and my Instagram husbanding. Life is good to say the least. So why did something feel like it was missing? It did. And I've always been a firm believer that if you're not living on the edge, well, you're probably taking up too much space. And we both felt that there had to be something a little more than the day-to-day routine that we got ourselves into somehow. Something of an adventure. Then, all of a sudden, a strange opportunity presented itself. And into the forest we went. And this is how this story begins.
You move her, I'm not kicking her out. She's an old lady.
Here you go. A treat?
Oh, you better give her a treat.
Psych. Okay, all right. Hey guys, I'm Michael.
And I'm Brandi.
We are the Matthewses.
We're just the Matthews. There's no zizzes.
All right, and well, we own a campground now.
Woo!
Brandi,
Yes.
everybody is wondering, why the big change? Why move from Los Angeles way up into the boonies here, up into Los Sierras? Up into Sierras.
We worked so much and we never saw each other, and our schedules were literally completely opposite.
I missed you.
We missed each other too much. Like when we went on our honeymoon to Italy and everything.
Oh my God.
I feel like we had so much fun, and I don't know, like life just, I know life can't always be a freaking honeymoon, but
I don't know, there just wasn't that thrilling wake up every morning, ready to face new challenges, try something new, and yeah, so.
we moved.
I wanted to stay.
No, he didn't.
No. We always said that we wanted to have a family business. And we just wanted to raise our kids on, you know, learning the value of really hard work, and we wanted to show them that they can build anything they want to build.
We do want kids soon, and I don't think if we continued to live in Los Angeles that we would have made the jump or did anything to change our dreams.
We would have been way less likely to take such a big risk like what we're doing right now. What are we doing out here?
What do you mean, what are we doing out here?
Okay, so it's a campground. What we have here is 100 acres developed right now as a campground. There's about, I'd say, 20 acres. So we have a lot of room for expansion. But first, we really want to up the experience on the current campground. It's been kind of resting for about 20 years. It's extremely outdated. We wanted a lot more amenities, a lot more experiences, and a lot more fun.
We want to be like the place that people want to come to, like Disneyland.
Yes, we're building Disneyland.
We are. We ended up buying a wood mill, and we have created now a trading post where we're going to have all of our retail and stuff like that, and it's right by the creek. We've also added a much needed dog park here because we are dog friendly. We upgraded the recreational room.
This would be a place where we could really host events, bringing in different educators and doing retreats.
We've also completely renovated our little 9 hotel rooms that we have here on the property.
Very cute.
We wanted to bring kind of that cabiny, rustic feeling and really hone in on what we're doing here with Dreamcatcher and the whole Dreamcatcher vibe. We also have 2 rental trailers. One of them we renovated already, and it's really, really, really cool.
You did really good with that one.
Thanks.
It's very pretty. A few other big amenities that we're adding are things like our archery lanes.
We'll also be adding a few bocce ball courts. My mom really loves them. So.
She does.
The other thing too is creating a really cool atmosphere. Like we're gonna have string lights throughout the forest and music in some of the common areas. There'll be Wi-Fi.
What do you call it? Glamping?
Yeah, I want everyone to feel glamperized here. That's not a word.
The house was so connected to the business before. That wasn't necessarily a bad thing, but this house wasn't laid out to be a retail store. So what we did was we actually took a big portion of the house back. You got to take down walls for the first time.
It was so much fun. I'm way more like handsy and manly than you are. Michael?
What's wrong?
It's gonna fall.
Hold on.
Michael!
Yeah.
It's gonna fall! Why don't you care? Michael!
Okay, hold on. Right there. Don't move. You got it?
Go!
Since we started doing that, we started renovating the home. It was a little outdated, so
A lot of outdated. So one of the biggest things is, how are we doing this? How are you guys gonna do this?
And we just do. It's just us two out here. We're doing it all on our own.
No, we're not. We have help. No, we wanted a family business, so we brought our family out, and we all work really good together.
What is the transition like going from a city like Los Angeles way up into the boonies where there's not really much internet or your conveniences?
Yeah, and bugs.
Oh yeah, bugs.
Well, no, there's bugs and beetles in Los Angeles. Stop, stop, stop. Get the bug. Quick, go get it. It's breaking in here. Go, it's coming in. Woo! I miss sushi so bad I could possibly die.
Yeah. There's no fast food here. No fast food.
There's no talk about 2 a.m. when you've had too much wine.
I guess the really big thing is...
We've never done anything like this before.
Yeah, that's probably some of the bigger challenges we face is...
Yeah.
we're not the Property Brothers, and we've
seen
never...
enough HGTV to think we know what we're doing. Everything here is super outdated, so it's hard to work with. And it's freaking cold.
And it's freezing. We're not used to this. Digging our cars out of snow, trying to work in this stuff is ridiculously hard.
We do have snowmobiles.
Those are fun.
Those are fun.
Yeah. Blackouts. Blackouts happen up here when the snowstorms come. But one of the other huge challenges that we face, and I, never knew what it would be like to start a family business. And the vision of it is beautiful, and the dream of it is beautiful, but there's a lot of things that you don't think about when doing a family business together.
You have to be sensitive to people's feelings and make sure you're not, it can be difficult.
It's tough delegating responsibilities, like who's responsible for what and when, and holding people accountable. We just started hitting those anxiety moments a while back, to where it's like, oh my gosh, we start waking up at 3 a.m. kind of staring at each other like, there's a lot to do. I can't go back to sleep.
Another really big challenge that we'll be facing soon, but also a really exciting one, is that we will be we want to have a baby. And unfortunately in our case, it's not something that's going to come really easily.
I was diagnosed with cancer when we first met, and I had to undergo chemotherapy, radiation, and have tandem bone marrow transplants. So that eliminated my chances of being able to conceive naturally. But I was able to prepare before I started my treatment, and I banked, and so
we'll have little baby Michaels.
We want to share that entire experience with you, because we're right at the beginning of that experience. So we hope that we can help answer any questions as we go through it for you guys as well.
We hope that you all enjoyed learning a little bit about us and what we're doing here. So now that you're all caught up, make sure you follow along this journey with us.
Yeah, I mean, have an honest look at what it's like working as a couple and as a family, and the dynamic of that, and working together to try to build the dream, try to build a business together. We would definitely enjoy to hear any feedback you guys have. Like we said, we've never done anything like this before. We have pieces of it, but there's a lot of this that we don't know, and we're gonna figure it out along the way. So
if you see something, say something.
Yes.
Help us.
Use that comment box to tell us and give us the answer to these mysteries. Please.
Bye.